They are scared of white people.
Protesters blame foreigners, mostly other Africans, for taking jobs and the high crime rate. The tensions have strained relations with countries like Ghana and Nigeria.
They were once united against oppression. One people, one struggle, one voice against injustice. But today, a different kind of conflict is tearing through South Africa. Foreign-owned shops burned, migrants hunted, communities divided. How did a nation that defeated apartheid become a battleground for Africans against Africans? This is the story no one is fully telling. To understand what's happening today, we have to go back to a time when South Africa was defined by segregation, injustice, and brutality. Under apartheid, the system was clear, privileged for a few, suffering for the majority. Black South Africans were denied land, jobs, and dignity. Entire generations were locked out of economic opportunity, but in 1994, everything changed. Apartheid fell, freedom came, and with leaders like Nelson Mandela, a new vision was born, one of unity, reconciliation, and hope. South Africa became a symbol, not just for itself, but for the entire continent. But freedom didn't erase inequality. Behind the rainbow nation narratives, a harsh truth remained. Unemployment stayed high, poverty remained widespread, and economic power didn't shift as quickly as people had expected. Still, South Africa stood as one of Africa's most developed economies, and that made it a magnet. Migrants began arriving from Zimbabwe, Nigeria, Mozambique, Somalia, and beyond, searching for jobs, safety, and a better life. For many, South Africa wasn't just a country, it was hope. But hope quickly turned into tension. As economic pressure grew, frustration began to boil over.
People assembled here blame foreigners for taking their jobs and high levels of crime.
Why are foreigners taking our jobs? Why are they running businesses while we struggle? And then, violence erupted. In 2008, the country witnessed one of its darkest moments, the 2008 South African xenophobic attacks. Dozens were killed, thousands were displaced. It shocked the world, but it didn't end there. In 2019, it happened again. The 2019 Johannesburg riots, shops looted, lives lost, fear spread across the community, and today many believe it's happening again. Across parts of South Africa, reports continue to surface. Foreign-owned businesses targeted, communities divided, people living in fear. Groups like Operation Dudula have gained attention, claiming to protect local opportunities by pushing foreigners out. But critics say this crosses a dangerous line, because this is no longer just about jobs, it's about identity, it's about blame, it's about survival. And caught in the middle are ordinary people, both South Africans and migrants, just trying to make a living. Let's be clear, this is not a simple story of right and wrong. Many South Africans are facing real struggles. Unemployment is high, crime is a concern, opportunities feel limited, and when people feel ignored, they look for someone to blame. But here's the question. Are foreign nationals really the cause of these problems, or are they just the easiest target? Because while communities fight each other, bigger issues remain untouched. Even leaders have weighed in. Cyril Ramaphosa has acknowledged the tension, calling for calm while also addressing economic concerns. But critics argue that words are not enough, because when frustration meets silence, anger finds its own voice. There is a deeper irony here. During apartheid, many African countries supported South Africa's struggle. They offered refuge, training, solidarity. Now, decades later, Africans are being told to go back home. So what changed? Is it about economics? Or has the idea of African unity been quietly replaced by national survival? South Africa stands at crossroads, a nation built on the promise of unity, now facing internal division. The question is no longer just about foreigners, it's bigger than that. Is this a fight for economic survival, or misplaced anger fueled by deeper systemic failures? Who is truly responsible? And more importantly, what does this mean for the future of Africa? Because if one of Africa's most powerful nations is turning inward, what happens to the dream of unity? If you found this story eye-opening, share your thoughts below. Is South Africa justified, or is something deeper going wrong? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay informed, because the stories shaping Africa today will define its future tomorrow.